this is Christina, the AmputeeOT. This week I am on vacation with my parents. They have a boat, and so we have gone to the Lake of the Ozarks. This video will be about how to swim as an amputee, both using your prosthetic leg and not using your prosthetic leg. The first thing you need to know is that if you're swimming without your prosthetic leg, it feels kind of weird. You don't have a whole lot of resistance from your residual limb in the water compared to your foot. Sometimes it feels like your residual limb is kind of swimming through the air and not actually through the water. It's really interesting. You definitely want to check with your prosthetist to make sure you can swim with your leg. Not all legs are rated for water, and so some of them you can't get wet, or I don't know what'll happen, they'll melt, they'll rust. A lot of them are made of titanium, so they're probably not going to rust. My foot is rated for salt water, so I can pretty much get it in whatever kind of water I want. If you dump your prosthetic into water, you definitely need to rinse it out afterwards, because if you're like me and you don't have a cosmetic cover, a lot of water and gunk and grime gets in there. Especially if you're swimming on the lake and you're touching the bottom of the lake with your foot and walking around in shallow water. The first time I went on the lake, I jumped in with my prosthetic and it felt pretty normal. It didn't feel weird at all. But then I switched to swimming without my prosthetic and swam without my prosthetic for a while, and then put my prosthetic back on, and then I kind of felt like my prosthetic was holding me back and weighing me down. There's a lot of drag. But I don't sink to the bottom with my prosthetic. My mom was worried about that. But my prosthetic sinks. So make sure that your leg is securely attached to you if you're swimming in a lake with your prosthetic, because if it comes off, your prosthetic is probably going to sink to the bottom of the lake and you're going to lose your $10,000 investment. And then you won't have a leg for the rest of your trip because you dropped it at the bottom of the lake. Don't do that. If you're wearing a prosthetic, you've got these socks on, your socks are going to get wet. And if you're like me, you're crawling around on the bottom of the lake, your socks are going to get filthy. I've got one now that's totally not white anymore. All your stuff's waterlogged and you have to lay it out to dry. This liner doesn't really get wet. It gets wet on the outside, but the inside is made of silicone, so that just kind of dries off, and that's no big deal. But you definitely have to make sure to clean it if you've got any sand or anything in it. Not leave sand in your liner if you put your liner back on. A lot of times prosthetic legs kind of squeak or creak. It's the movement of the foot inside the foot shell. And I put some silicone lubricant inside my foot shell to keep it from squeaking. And now it squeaks again because I washed all the silicone lubricant away. And when I got out of the water, my foot on the inside was full of water, so I had to hold it upside down and let all the water drain out of it. I'm going to go swimming in this pool, probably without my prosthetic. So if you're going swimming in a pool without your prosthetic, then you will want to put your leg close to the edge of the pool so you can put it back on when you get out without having to hop too far. And your glasses.
That's what I thought. I don't know.
If you have a transtibial amputation like me, you probably crawl around on your knees a lot, so here's how to get out of a pool using the ladder with your knee.
All 3 certified locations will put you in the water to test drive either the Yamaha Jet
hop around the pool on one leg like I'm doing. It is not safe. Unless the pool has really rocky surface, probably okay. Don't hop around on this part that's slippery or you'll fall. Ready? Okay, that's all. I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment if you like, subscribe if you want. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. And see you later. Bye-bye.